bracelet with a button, so I've threaded the cords through the buttonholes at each side. The longer cords should be equal length at either side. The shorter cords should be pulled out long enough to go around the wrist at one side. To get started, you want to clip the button to the top of your board and arrange your cords in order. So you want two sections and there should be a mirror image of each other. So you want your shortest cord on the second from the left and on the second from the right, and the rest of the cords should be long cords. This bracelet is worked in three sections: the band, then the beaded section in the centre, and then the band at the other side. And it's completed with a buttonhole if you began with a button. You can do it with fastenings such as a braided tie and end or clasps, etc. So depending on how many beads you want to use in the centre, your first and third sections might be a little bit different in length to mine. So it's worth measuring out roughly how much space your beads will take up, then deducting that from the overall length and divided by 2 to calculate how long sections 1 and 3 will be. So for section 1 you want to do a 2-row repeat pattern. So I'm going to start on the left and I'm going to do a square knot over these 2 cords. And then I want to do the same thing at the other side. And then taking the 2 cords in the centre, I want to do a square knot over these with the 2 cords next to them. So the shortest cord at each side should be put out of the way with the outside cords. So these won't be worked for row 2. And again, you just want to do a square knot. And you want to repeat these 2 rows until you've done section 1 as long as you need it to be. And as I said before, depending on your personalisation, this might be longer or shorter than mine, so I can't really say how many knots it will be. You just need to measure as you go along. So once you've got the first section as long as you want it, you want to rearrange your cords. So you want to put 2 on the outside of this side and 2 on the outside of this side, and then the 4 in the centre you want to use to thread on your first bead. So once you've threaded the bead on, you want to push it up into place. Then you can clip your 4 cords to the centre of the board. And then you want to take your shortest cord and clip that. And then take the outside cord, you want to work over and then pull through. And then under and pull through. And depending on how big your bead is, you might want to do a couple of these, and it depends how big it is as to how many you use. So I'm going to do 3 for mine, but you might need less or more for yours. Again, depending on the size of the bead. And then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So again, taking your outside cord over your shortest one, you want to work over and pull through. And then under and pull through. And do the same amount at this side as you did at that side. So once you've done that, you want to push the bead up into place, and then you want to add these 2 cords to the one at this side and these 2 cords to the shortest one at this side. And then you want to repeat this knot just once at each side just to hold the bead in place. And then do the same thing at the other side. And then you can again take your outside cords, so your shortest ones, and put them out of the way, and then thread on your next bead. And you want to keep repeating these 2 steps until you've added all your beads. So once you've added your last bead, you can go back into doing what you did in your first section. So you want to be doing square knots at each side, and then you want to do your square knot in the centre. So again, keeping in the same order as you were before, you want your shortest cord here, and then your 2 long cords, just making sure to push the bead up into place for the first knot, and do a square knot. And then do the same thing at the other side. And then for your second row, again, doing a square knot in the centre, and putting your short cord out of the way each side, and just using these 2. And if you want to make sure that your bracelet is symmetrical, just do the same amount of square knots as you did at this side on this side. So once you've got the third part, as long as you want it to be, you take all your cords and split them into 2. And then, assuming you've started with a button like I have, you want to take the 4 cords at this side, put the outside one out of the way, and clip the rest of the board, and you're going to create a buttonhole now. So to take the outside cord and go over and pull through, and then under and pull through. So you're doing the same as you did here by the beads. And you want to do as many of these knots as you need to create the right size of buttonhole. Now, how many knots you will need will depend on the size of your button, so it's a good idea to measure as you go along. So once you've done the amount of knots that you need at this side, you want to put this side out of the way, and you want to do a mirror image at the other side. So taking the outside cord and clipping the other 3 to the bottom of the board, do the same amount of knots but a mirror image as you did here. So once you've done both sides, you can take all the cords that are in the centre and leave the 2 on the outside. You know, clip the centre ones to the bottom of the board. And then you just want to do a couple of square knots to hold your cords in place and keep your buttonhole closed. And once you've finished that, you just want to trim and seal any excess. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal here, but you could use glue if you prefer. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. And that is your completed personalised macrame bracelet.